will we ever see that. That's where I was coming from.
Nah, I got you, but like I said, if any fighter have an issue with me, because I feel like Tio was jealous of me.
Mm-hmm.
I told him this several times. Any fighter have any issue with me,
let's do it.
Sign the contract, turn the lights on bright, let millions come around the seats to see what's happening, and pull up on me. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm coming in there to put belt ass. I'm coming in there to perform and beat him up. But truthfully, I don't go in there looking for stoppages. So if it get like that, it get like that. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear, oh, he wasn't that good. Oh, he had this. I don't want to hear none of that. When I whoop his ass, I want y'all to just say I'm the best. That's all I want.
Two dudes we've been raving about for the last week and still continuing on. The dude that's in the headline right now, Ryan Garcia, guess who knocked this out?
Shakur Stevenson made it clear he has no interest in talking back and forth outside the ring. If Gervonta Davis really wants to settle things, there's only one place to do it: fight night. According to Shakur, everything else is just noise, and the real answer will come when they finally step into the ring together.
We'll see you in Tank, realistically.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird shit. So like I really don't like speaking on him. But like if same thing that
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with Tio. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got.
Yeah.
Stevenson doubled down on his stance, calling out Davis to stop the talk and make the fight happen. From his perspective, he's already prepared and waiting. Now the question is whether Tank is willing to take that step and meet him where it matters most.
Get there. Will we ever see that match?
I would love it.
Tank got to stand on straight and narrow too, man.
I would love it.
My son gotta, you know, man, he gotta get on time.
I would love it, but at the end of the day, once again, if somebody says they never gonna fight me,
then you can't rely. Yeah, you gotta move on.
I don't need you, bro.
You gotta move on. Will we ever see that? That's where I was coming from.
Nah, I got you, but like I said, if any fighter have an issue with me, because I feel like Tio was jealous of me, and I told him this several times. Any fighter have any issue with me,
let's do it.
Sign the contract, turn the lights on bright, let millions come around the seats to see what's happening.
At the same time, Stevenson didn't hold back when speaking on Tank. He brushed aside the hype around Davis, insisting that his own skill set, ring IQ, and overall boxing ability are on a completely different level.
It's hype. He's not like no skillful fighter. He don't know shit.
Oh no, he gonna get it.
His knowledge is limited. His game plan will be to just use size. As far as knowledge and skill and all of the shit that I've been working on since fucking Yeehaw, he don't have that. He don't know what that is. So, it's a cool fight.
Not everyone agrees with that take. One analyst pushed back, saying fans are too quick to assume Stevenson's defense would automatically neutralize Davis. According to him, people haven't even seen the best version of Tank yet. While most focus on his knockout power, they overlook his patience and precision. Every punch he throws has a purpose. The real question is whether Shakur can handle a fighter who makes every shot count.
At the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Tank Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot.
Another analyst explained why a rematch with Isaac Cruz could make sense. After time away from the ring, jumping straight into a dangerous fight with someone like Lamont Roach Jr. might be risky. Cruz is a familiar opponent, and their first fight was highly competitive, especially with Davis managing to win despite dealing with an injury.
Davis and Pitbull Cruz is most likely the next fight to take place. Because number one, it is a return. Gervonta Davis has not been in the ring in a year. He's not going to go right back to Lamont Roach, who was a tough fight while he sits for a year, and Lamont Roach has multiple fights, whether or not they're a draw or not. It's not going to happen. Gervonta Davis is going to put him in a position to win. So Gervonta Davis in his comeback fight. Comeback this against Pitbull Cruz, who, while it is a very interesting fight and it has a storyline, Gervonta Davis was able to win with one hand in the last fight. Now, Pitbull Cruz obviously will be more prepared this time for Gervonta than he was the first time around, but also Gervonta will be more prepared for Pitbull the second time around. Also, it is something, a fight where it is almost, to tell you the truth, impossible for the...
However, Lamont Roach Sr. questioned that logic. While he acknowledged Cruz gave Tank a tough fight, he made it clear there was no controversy. Davis won. In his view, calling for a rematch doesn't add up, and if Tank chooses Cruz over his son, it says a lot about the direction his team is taking.
Looked at that fight and seen something in Pitbull Cruz. Do you feel that that's the same way?
I don't know. I don't know what's the plan, if that's a fight. He already
Why
beat
all of a sudden?
he already beat Pitbull. Everybody want to see him. If he gonna fight, everybody want to see the rematch. That's with us versus a rematch with them. That's a fight. Nobody wants to really. I don't think nobody calling for it. So he already beat him. It was a good fight, but it wasn't no question who won the fight with him and Pitbull. Tank won that fight. So to fight him over us, I don't see the logic in that. You got to talk to their team and what they believe, but we just can't get none of them guys back in the ring with us, man. So that
He went on to say his son deserves the opportunity more than Cruz. While Tank doesn't need help selling fights, rising fighters like Lamont are building their own fan bases and deserve that spotlight. He even argued that a fight with Roach would generate more interest than another Cruz matchup. Meanwhile, another analyst dismissed the entire Cruz discussion, calling it speculation without real substance, especially considering Cruz's recent performances.
I told you guys that Isaac Cruz team told me that they're looking to make the Tank Davis fight, and when Tank come back, it'll be against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Y'all had the Lincoln lawyer and the great debater out here telling y'all that no, he's gonna make an offer to Shakur Stevenson that Shakur Stevenson can't refuse. A massive offer is going to be sent out to Shakur Stevenson. And I told you that was a lie. I told you that was a lie. And when Calvin came out and he said, it's being promoted right under y'all nose. No, it's not. Because nobody wanted to see it. We saw Isaac Cruz outclassed by Jose El Rayo, Venezuela. We saw him arguably lose to Lamont Roach Jr. This ain't the fight the fans want to see.
Many still believe that first fight was extremely close, with some even arguing Tank didn't clearly win. If Davis truly sees himself as the face of boxing, the argument is that a fight with Roach would make far more sense than revisiting Cruz.
That ain't happening. He's supposed to be rematching Lamont Roach Jr. Why would he be fighting Isaac Cruz? Make that make sense. You had your last fight. You supposed to be one of the faces of the sport of boxing. You supposed to be this dangerous puncher. You supposed to be the man in the sport of boxing that he said he the face of boxing. You drew with Lamont Roach Jr. The 90% of boxing world felt you lost to Lamont Roach Jr. And instead of rematching Lamont Roach, you gonna fight the guy you already beat. In my opinion, I thought he won 9 rounds to 3. A guy you already beat, and Lamont Roach just fought to a draw.
Timothy Bradley shifted the conversation by laying out the current hierarchy. In his view, Shakur Stevenson is sitting at the top right now, and until someone steps up and beats him, that position isn't changing.
I know you guys said that you shouldn't fight each other. You guys don't want to fight each other. You made a promise, I guess, to yourselves. However, Keyshawn, understand this, okay? Right now, Shakur is the man. He's the man right now, okay? You were on his undercard. You will continue to be on his undercard. Both of you guys don't have guys that want to face you. I don't know if you're okay with being second, Keyshawn. I don't know. There's only one seat at the top. And that's where Shakur is going to be. He's going to be on.
Stevenson's dominance across multiple weight classes continues to separate him from the rest. Bradley dismissed complaints about missed opportunities, saying the solution is simple. Stop waiting and fight each other to prove who's truly the best.
He gonna get off that throne. He got to be dethroned. That's the only way. So when you look at your career and the end of your career, look ahead. Like I told you, you're gonna always be second. Because you have to dethrone the king. That's where Shakur is going. He's going to be that guy. 135, 140. 130, 126. Keyshawn, belt 135. You won a belt. No, you didn't win the belt at 140. Shakur is there. 47.
Bradley also sent a direct message to Gervonta Davis, urging him to think about his legacy. He questioned whether Tank wants to be remembered as someone who avoided the toughest challenges or as a true great who faced the best. According to Bradley, Davis has the talent to become a legend, but only if he takes the risks that define greatness.
So, what kind of legacy you want to leave, Tank? Come on, man. We don't want you in the tabloids for what you into right now. Hell no. We don't want that. You don't want your legacy to be that, man. Attached to that. Shoot. You got a talent, man. God has given you a talent. You can make money. You can be a legitimate player, man. Legitimate player. Remember forever, bro. Don't you want that? That's not important to you? You want your kids to go to school as they get older? They see your dad's name right there. Oh, he was a boxer, but guess what? He never faced the top of the tippity top of the boxing world. Oh, he did some good things. Oh, he has. But everybody, the narrative is you ain't faced the top guys yet, Tank. Take that chance, man. Take that risk, because right now you lose.
At this point, one thing is clear. The pressure is building. Whether it's Stevenson, Roach, or even Cruz, the boxing world is waiting for Tank to make that defining move. Because in the end, legacy isn't built on talk, it's built in the ring.